Hello everyone, it's the Pi Guy again, here for another round of your ACT math question of the day. Today's question is asking, what is the period of 2 times sine of 4 theta? Which I put up here. So what this giving us is a transformation of a trigonometric function. So if you're not familiar with transformations of quadratic functions, then this is going to be very, very similar to that. So before you take your ACT, I highly, highly recommend going back and familiarizing yourself with these formulas for figuring out the transformations, not only of quadratic functions, but also trigonometric functions. Sine, cosine, tangent, all of that. So I've written up here our basic function for sine of x. Now here I'm using the variable x, and our question uses the variable theta, but they're both just variables, so just keep that in mind. But so for our transformation rules, we can set up any trigonometric function like this. All right. So what do all these letters mean? Well, A, I'm gonna write this up here. A is telling us what our amplitude is. So what is amplitude? Amplitude is how far the graph stretches vertically or shrinks vertically. So if there's any number in front of the sine or the cosine or whatever, it's going to either increase or decrease that amplitude. So B is our coefficient in front of the x, or theta, that tells us what the period's going to be. So our period is going to be, and this is just something you really have to remember and practice several times, it's going to be 2 pi over b. So whatever you plug into b, you have to take 2 pi and then divide it by b to get your new period. And then c is going to be our phase shift. Which shifts it horizontally, shifts the graph horizontally back and forth. And then D is going to be our vertical shift. Which moves the graph up and down. It translates it up and down vertically. But for this specific problem, it's only asking us the period. So we don't have to worry about amplitude, phase shift, vertical shift. We don't have to worry about any of that for this problem. It's only asking us for what the new period of this graph is after the transformation. So all we need to do is look at the coefficient inside of the sine. And for this particular problem, it says it's giving us 2 sine of 4 theta. And again, x, theta, they're both just different variables. So what we need to pay attention to is the coefficient in front of the variable. So our coefficient here is 4. And we're going to plug that back into this formula for period here to get a new period. So period is just equal to 2 pi over 4. Okay? And then we can simplify that fraction in order to get 1/2 pi, or more simply, just pi over 2. So our new period is, instead of 2 pi, like it is for sine of x, it gets shrunk down to pi halves. So that's our answer. Answer is pi halves. So yeah, just familiarize yourself with transformations of not only quadratic functions, but also trigonometric functions. It'll definitely come up in the ACT math. I can pretty much guarantee that. So just, yeah, go over some of those problems and familiarize yourself with the transformations. But I am the pi guy for your ACT math question of the day. Signing out. Have a great day.